Hey, what's going on?
Nothing much. How's your day?
It's it's over and done with work wise, so it's all good.
Oh my God. I'm show hopping today. Okay, guys, welcome to the commentary zone at night. Today we are talking about Married at First Sight, season 12, episode 13, unanswered questions. Ugh, why are we still going over questions with this motley crew?
Because they don't talk about anything.
Oh, Lord. Well, guys, as you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up just because we asked you to. Hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and most importantly, tell a friend. We want more people in our chats. Plain and simple. Okay, who do you want to talk about first?
Probably Haley and Jacob since there's nothing going on there really.
You know what? I got the most out of their segment. I really did.
I mean, that's what I mean. There's something going on there, like because they're just getting to like step two, and everyone else is like on step eight. I'm just saying they have issues. I honestly tuned them out a little bit because I just didn't care. I stopped caring.
I was just talking about them on Heidi Black's channel, and quite honestly, this is where I'm very frustrated with MAFS USA edition. They had very good counseling sessions with Pastor Cal and Dr. Pepper, and it was
Very
four
good.
weeks too late.
Hmm.
I think this could have been had 4 weeks ago to give this
Agreed.
couple a fighting chance. And this is why I like the Australian version of this show. Every week, there is some sort of interaction with the
The
group as
experts.
a whole, and then as the couples, and giving, like, bringing to light how they're behaving in their relationship and trying to improve it, giving them tasks every week in order to help develop a deeper bond. Like, it is very interactive between the experts and the couples.
With the U.S., it's just like they say, okay, guys, we matched you. Congratulations. Now we're just gonna throw you in by yourself. Good luck.
Yes.
We'll check in on you in a little bit. Y'all be fine.
And 5 weeks later, these people are checking in, and it's just basically done.
Right. They've already made their decision.
I don't know. I just cannot believe anything on this show at this point. I just can't.
I mean, I can believe it, but it's more like you guys didn't really do your due diligence. You weren't very helpful until the end. Because all the advice you gave, I'm like, this was great. Where was this like week one, week two? They should
Mm-hmm.
really look at Mass Australia because that's the way they do it is perfect.
Yeah, and it actually makes sense how it's shown in Australia because they show it Sunday through Wednesday. So you get whatever challenges or trips they have on the Monday and the Tuesday, part of the Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday they go to that group dinner, and then Thursday they're in front of the experts at the commitment ceremony. So
Gotcha.
every week, there is some sort of advice given. For us, because we see only 2 episodes a week, it's every other week we see that commitment ceremony.
Yeah, I just find Australia just much more enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard it's
And
a UK version too, and I heard that's a mess.
yes,
And I heard that's a mess too.
they do prenups in the UK version. Yee!
I might have to look that up.
And it's a lot of thirst traps, just like the Australians,
Of course, of course.
who do the show. But unlike Australia, which is not a legally binding ceremony due to local laws, in the UK, they do have a legal wedding, but they do prenups before the wedding.
Yeah, makes sense. I love that. I'm gonna check
Hmm.
them out.
Um.
So we're on Haley and Jacob.
Okay.
I blame Haley. Okay.
Haley had a lot of issues, and her conversation with Dr. Pepper helped bring out a lot of them and helped, I think. Dr. Pepper helped her a little bit to see past her self-destructive ways when it comes to relationships. And there was one part where Jacob was filming himself on the iPhone before he went to see Pastor Cal. He looked cute. He really
I
did.
always liked Jacob, and I always thought they could make it, but her issues, I'm like, you just don't want to do it. She just self sabotages at every
Mm-hmm.
single turn.
Mm-hmm.
And that wears on you mentally. It's like, why even try?
Hi, Susan. Yeah, I think this couple could have had a chance. I really do. If there was some sort of counseling earlier
Yeah,
on.
agreed.
But I feel like they were cheated. But I'm glad, although it was too little too late, maybe a little bit of it has helped Haley for her next relationship.
Right, exactly. I'm hoping she takes this experience and learns from it and
Mm-hmm.
grows from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Do I think they're going to stay together? No. It's too late.
Far
Damage
too
is
late.
done. But maybe they can be civil for the next 3 weeks, is it? 3
3
weeks?
weeks, yeah.
Maybe they can be civil, find an appreciation in each other that they didn't have before, a different perspective, go out and continue doing the go-karts, or I don't know what stupid activities they're doing. Continue doing that and build a sort of friendship until you collect your last paycheck.
Go to Chick-fil-A, just have some fun.
I
Just saying.
know. Yeah. Who else?
Who else is there?
Hi, Trey. Hi, Willow.
Do we want to cover Vincent and Brianna? They'll make fences. 9K? 9K per
We were we
month.
were we were texting about this last week. We were with the mods last night with this.
Yeah,
Oh
9.
my God.
That means y'all need to pull in to save for a house. That means you guys have to pull in a minimum of about 27K per month, minimum, to save for a house.
Let me tell you something. I have my red flags with Vincent, but last night I was Team Vinny all
Yep,
the
all the
way where
way.
he said you're gonna have to bring that down.
Yeah, I was Team Vincent on that. Team budget, Team Vincent.
In what world is she in that she thinks that is like nothing? She's not making that much money.
Yeah, I'm like, where y'all getting 9K from? I'm like, I need to see everything.
She
How much is
is just over 100,000 because Susan says she saw at the top of it where the money is, and just over 100,000. Where's that going to? I know you living in Atlanta, it's a cheaper cost of living. I get it, but girl, no. Mm-mm.
How much is your rent? Like, what are you actually spending 9K on? That's why I wanted, like, y'all.
Not even shoes.
But she going to the most expensive places and buying everything, out the actual Gucci store, at the Coach store. Ma'am, you outlet shopping. That'll bring your costs way down.
Yeah, Black Friday, get them on sale.
Because I bet you anything, she's one of those women who goes into the Gucci store just to say she went into Gucci and then she bought from Gucci.
Mm-hmm.
She strikes me as that kind of girl. Because you spend that much money, anybody with
Hey,
some sense
Bobby.
is going to the outlet. Like I got my
Mm-hmm.
new wallet from CoachOutlet.com. It was normally it's like 150. Normally it's $150 retail. I got that bad boy for $37.50. I'm good. I'm good. Don't play with me. It's still Coach. It has his little paperwork and everything. We're good. We're okay.
Mm-mm.
Where if I walked into the store, they want to charge me 150 plus tax. You lost your mind.
But you get special wrapping and a ribbon and
And the
tissue
bag.
paper
And the
and a
bag.
bag and a
And the
sticker
bag.
to hold the
Mm-hmm.
tissue paper together. They fold it up easy.
They fold it up. Yeah, I got you. But
That's worth it.
Mine was perfect. It came in like a paper bag converted into an envelope. The wallet was inside. We're good. We're good. We're okay. We got this.
Oh my
But yeah,
God.
she was insane. Like $200. That's not even one date. What kind of dates you going on? And where are you going? Y'all going to crustaceans? What you got going on over there?
I don't know. Like I get where she's coming from. She works really hard for her money,
Mm-hmm.
and she wants to be able to spend it how she feels. I think she's also tied up into this thing. Well, I've got a partner now and I want to, do all these things together to help us get to know each other. Girl, you heard Vincent last week say he want to go to the zoo. He wanna like do all of these little things. Like, it was a lot, but they weren't that expensive.
Right.
I just think they're on two different tracks. But hey, what are you gonna do? What did you think about what Pastor Cal told him about sleeping in and Brianna wanting him to get up?
I don't know. That one, I was kind of in and out on that part because I heard like y'all really talking about this whole sleeping in thing. This is not something I'm interested in. Let him sleep in. Brianna, go do your thing.
Yeah, because like he's a car broker. If he's driving the cars here, there, and everywhere, what if he gets in late? He got to get up early with you, and he don't got to get to work until 11. You go on to work. You'll see him when you get home.
Right. Let that
And
man sleep.
when he tried to compromise with her, her compromise was get off your phone, go to bed earlier so that you could wake up earlier to be with me.
I don't care who I'm with. I'm not gonna get up in the morning unless I have to. I'm not gonna get up early. Like if I have to be to work for 11, I'm not gonna get up at 6 o'clock just to sit with you. It's not happening.
Exactly.
It's not happening. You're just gonna be mad. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be mad over your Cheerios.
Or better yet, lay your backside down in the bed and watch me sleep. You want to be with me? You right there with me.
Exactly. Yeah. No.
You
She was doing too much with that.
What did you think about? Okay, so she has a fear of getting pregnant because she has a medical issue, her high blood pressure. But what did you think about what she said to Dr. Pepper and then what she said to Vincent about the same thing?
She just confused me because it felt like it was two different things. Like I'm like, but you just said this. Okay, I'm with you, but then you just said this. I'm like, and the way I took from it is like you don't want to have children, or you're not big on the idea of children.
I think okay. I think everybody, if you've never had a child before, it is an honest fear. I get it. What I didn't appreciate about Brianna was that her reasoning for not having, like, for being scared, it flip-flopped from Pepper to Vincent. And having high blood pressure at her age, it is something to concern yourself with. However, go to the doctor first and see how they can manage it and what drugs you can be on while pregnant.
Right.
It can be managed. If you then get preeclampsia, during your pregnancy, that's pregnancy-induced high blood pressure.
Right.
Then we got some other issues going on. But again, those can be handled. I think freaking out over this without going to a doctor and then flip-flopping on your reasons, because it was all medical when she was talking to Dr. Pepper, and then when she was talking to Vincent, it became body fluids and getting fat. Which one is it?
Right. Two different excuses, which is why I thought, I'm like, do you want to have children?
But you know what? I don't see why, like what Vincent said, 1 to 2 years to wait. By then you should know whether you want to stay with him or not. I think that's honest. If she's 30, is she 30? 29?
I thought she was like 28 for some reason.
She's 28? Okay. If you say, let's take 2 years, she'll be 30, right? She'll know whether she wants to leave this man or if she's already left him or wherever she's staying. They could start trying to have a baby. I would also freeze eggs since she does have a medical condition. I would freeze eggs at the same time. try to get pregnant. It might take up to a year to get pregnant because
Right.
she has an issue. I would keep trying until they tell me this is not medically safe for you.
Exactly.
And then explore other options. And you have your popsicles there in the freezer.
Okay, yeah, I was right. Brianna's 28.
Mm. Like, I hate to say this, but she has time.
Oh yeah, she's good.
I just want her to get her story right. You think they're gonna stay together?
I like this couple together. I do like them together. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. It's just they, like every other couple, they have communication issues. They need to be honest and straightforward when asked them a question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they'll stay together. I mean, where else are they gonna go? Who wants them?
They're good. They're good. They're good people. They just have to understand that communication is super important.
Oh my God. Okay, Susan, you don't have any hope for any of these couples? Jeez, Louise. Okay, so who's next?
Oh, Clara and Ryan.
Oh, your favorite, the Ewok.
I can't with them. I need them off my screen too. They're pretty much in the Paige and Chris category because he's talking in circles and she's whining, and it's the same story every single week.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna sit here and tell me that as on Claire from Claire's point of view, you can't tell me that you will keep doing the same old thing over and over again, and then whine about it, but you keep doing it. And Clara said, like, he said that he's been in relationships for like the 2 years where there's no sex. I'm like, excuse you?
No,
What
that's
kind?
not a
What kind?
relationship.
Yeah, no.
That's like I said before, that's a book club. That's not a
Mm-mm.
relationship. Yeah.
Not at all. I was in here. Yeah, I can't with you guys just because I don't like things that don't progress forward. They don't communicate well, just like all the other couples. They just don't communicate. She's not saying exactly what the problem is, and that's what's frustrating to me as a viewer.
Well, she is when she thinks the cameras aren't rolling. When she's sitting up in Paige apartment with the other girls and she's talking about what they doing and what they don't doing and what he's not doing to her. She's saying it there. I don't think if she would say those same exact things to him,
Right.
even in private, we don't have to see it. I think it can make a great deal of difference. But she's also saying, well, when you tell him things, it pushes him away. Please. Then keep pushing.
Yeah. I mean, if we're not unhappy, leave. Do not keep going for the same mess. And that's what she's doing. So when she starts crying and boohooing, I just don't have the sympathy for her.
Yeah, I just don't understand what relationship he's in. Because when he went and spoke to Dr. Pepper, who was he talking about? What they have no challenges, they have a great connection, energy. Like,
But
who
Clara said
is
the same
that?
thing though.
Mm-hmm.
When I would start watching, that's what I put in our chat.
Mm-hmm.
Why she lying? I'm like, she was gonna lie the whole time.
Because that's what he wants her to say. Because remember, he didn't want to talk about this.
True, but when you're unhappy, you need to like let that out. Otherwise, you start resenting the person.
But unhappiness is not in the Bible, and I think he's just going by Bible until it
Yeah,
comes down to his BJs.
right. Like that's just insane. But like I said, I have no sympathy for her because she keeps doing it. And at this point, I don't have any sympathy. Again, this couple has shown
No.
no growth at all. Zero. They're in the same exact place as they were 3 weeks ago. Same place.
I honestly feel that he looks at Clara and thinks that she's a dirty whore. I really do. He does not look at her with any sort of affection.
Mm-hmm.
Does he touch her? I mean, tantric yoga nearly killed him. Their
That is
crotches
true.
were too close together. And
That's
he pushed her
true.
off, saying that it was cutting off his circulation. What's going on down there? What's happening?
Why she did? Like I said, you tell you tell people how to treat you. So
Mm-hmm.
why should his attitude change towards you when you've not given him a reason to change his attitude?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I am
Yeah.
with this couple. Like this is tragic. I had high hopes for them, but if she's unwilling to tell him straight up what she's feeling, then I can't do it with y'all.
I think, do you think they'll stay together?
No,
No?
I just can't see it. I mean, until I can only go by what I've seen so far, and their communication is so far apart because when they were talking to the professionals, their outlook on the relationship was completely different. Like it was not on the same plane. I'm like, this makes no sense.
I think they will stay together. I think the week of the decision, he'll throw a little peen at her. She'll be so happy that she got it. She might pass out. Um, and that will make her want to stay together with the little Ewok.
So basically, what you're saying is you think she'll actually tell him the truth before decision day. Like she'll
Um,
give him the honest truth.
I don't know about that, but I think that the wake up call from Dr. Pepper might filter through. I don't think he listens to Clara. I think he tuned her out after the wedding night when he said, "My God, you even talk in your sleep."
Mm-hmm.
Um, but Dr. Pepper, I think that might be a wake up call for him, because for him, I think he sees an after show life of working with this franchise.
Mm.
And I think Clara looks like what he wants. It's just when she opens her mouth, it's not the type of religious woman he wants. Um, but yeah, I think he will. I think he'll lay down some pipe with her. He got 3 weeks to come to term with it.
True. But the thing is, like I said before, I just hope she tells him straight up, like this is what has to be done.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Susan. He acts like he doesn't like her.
I don't think it's like. I think it's more he acts like he does. He acts like he doesn't respect her. Is more.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more accurate than the like. I
That's
think
what
he
I said.
likes her,
He
but I don't
looks
think he
at her like
respects
a
her.
dirty whore. Sorry.
Then go to
Mm-hmm.
Eric and Virginia. This couple, I'm not gonna lie. This couple, I kind of like them the most on this episode, and here's why. Eric finally said it. Look, we have an issue with alcohol when we like decide to have these deep conversations. AKA, you have an issue with alcohol when we decide to have these deep conversations. That's what he meant. That's what he meant.
I think he got an issue with alcohol too, which I'm gonna need
Both
to
of them.
know what commercial airline he is flying with so that I can never get on it ever again in life.
They broke it down. I'm like, and he admitted like we don't really confront things. We chip away at them. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
thank you, thank you. That's what we need to hear. This is exactly right. You guys don't talk straight up.
Yes, Trey.
Parent,
Eric is
yeah,
determined to parent something. His wife, the dog. Yeah, yeah.
he wants
And
children. He wants kids. I'm like, and Virginia's attitude towards it, I didn't understand why she was surprised that this was a big deal in any relationship, like with marriage. The
mm-hmm,
biggest thing you have to agree on before getting married, if possible, is money and children. To
mm-hmm.
me, those are the two deal breakers, and you have to be aligned on those two things. So they're not aligned on the money or the kids because they each have different ideas of how they should cohabitate, and then they don't agree right now on having children.
No, you weren't, G. You were not joking. You want Eric to parent you. Go, go. I don't know. I still am a little frustrated with this couple because they keep on referencing these issues that they have. I would like somebody to come out and say, you are and you are and not the alcohol part, because we knew that from the first 5 minutes of seeing her, she was tipsy. But I do appreciate her sit down with Pastor Cal, because this girl needs some therapy. She needs some counseling. She has a lot of issues
Yep.
that she has held since her parents' divorce. And I can understand her fear of having children and actually being a parent that does something bad to their kids. That hit home to me more than Brianna's.
Well, yes, because that's actual trauma there, like for real
Mhm.
trauma. And then
Mhm.
but she doesn't. She understands she needs help, so I think she needs to continue to get help until they have children. That's just my personal opinion, because she needs to be, before they have children. She needs to be comfortable. That's the bottom line. She's gotta be comfortable.
And there's also some growth in her, because when we first met her, she did tell us that her parents' divorce kind of scarred her.
hmm
And I think this progression over the 5 weeks now, of her coming to the realization
hmm
that, yeah, you've been scarred by your parents, but now you realize that every time he brings up kids, you're like, I don't want to do to them what was done to me. I
Right.
don't want to be a bad mom. And I think that shows some growth in her. We were talking, I was talking with Heidi and Susie, right? And we were saying that her acne's coming back. We were wondering if she was pregnant.
hmm I think with this couple, and I said this earlier, like in the season, I could see them together. I could see them working out.
Mhm.
It's just they're gonna have to learn to compromise and communicate, and this is where we are. They have to compromise and communicate. She needs to continue to go to therapy, and he needs to support her. He needs to go with her.
Mm.
I think
Well,
that's huge.
didn't you say last week, like, do separate and then,
Yes.
like, do a
hmm
session together?
hmm
Yeah, because I think she needs to decipher what damage she suffered from her parents' situation, and then build up the courage in which to speak it out loud to
Right.
Eric.
hmm
Because I think her voice gets lost a lot of time with him always trying to daddy her.
Oh, totally agree. I mean, he just cannot help himself. I mean, literally cannot help himself. I'm like, sir, she's your wife, not your daughter. Please treat her as such.
I just want to keep this up there. I think this is hilarious, G. So oh, what'd you think? Okay, so they told him, Dr. Pepper told him to, like, the drinking isn't healthy. She is your wife, you should have time with her, blah, 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 whatever. He goes and tries to compromise with her, and he's begging her for like one day or one
He
weekend or
had
something like
weekend.
that.
I was with Eric. I'm like, good job, Eric. This is what we talking about. This is what we need. You know what? You keep this up, and you can get there. And then, well, you gonna have to realize you're gonna drop some things for me as I'm your husband. I'm like, yep, there you go. You just could not handle progress. Like you just cannot handle progress.
Mhm.
Her request is fair. If you plan something out, I'm with you. I'm with it. I'm always there. He's like, well, with a job, that's not possible, sir. You know you when you work. You know when you're off. Quit playing.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
playing.
He's the most scheduled person ever. Oh, I mean, unless we flying out to war or something, a pop-up war here or there. Um, I don't see his schedule changing much. He told her that from the beginning. He knows he's going to be gone 4 days out of
What?
the week. I
How
don't
you?
know.
I was annoyed. I'm like, I was team Eric. I was like, good job, sir. Look at this progress. You saying everything I say. You're loosening up a little bit. This is fantastic. And you go say some mess like this. I'm like, yep, there you went. Yeah, I can't
The
do
only
you.
thing he missed was mentioning something about the stupid dog, which he mentioned in the counseling session.
Right.
Let go of that dog.
And then it was Dr. Pepper, right? When she said, well, think about this, is she had a child from a previous relationship. You're
Mm-hmm.
saying that you want the same, like you want to be on the same level as her, and that's not right. And I'm like, good job. Dr. Pepper, we need more of you. This is what we need on the show.
Again, why aren't these experts involved?
Exactly.
So frustrating. So frustrating. Hold on. Don't be like that, Debbie. Just what do we just what? You mean that? I love it.
Too
Oh
funny.
my god. Okay, wait.
But
Are Virginia and Eric staying together?
I like them. They can do it because he finally
Wait,
understands like
you
what the
like
issue is.
them?
I like, well, see, with them, I at the beginning I'm like, okay, I could see it. This definitely could work. And then as his, because we knew Virginia's red flags right away. When his red flags started coming, I'm like, ooh, I'm kind of concerned. But then as he's verbalizing their issues, I'm like, okay, you actually see what's going on here. I can see it. But I can see this couple together. It's just
Mm.
with them, it's going to be up to her to start putting her foot down a little bit more. It's not about so much liking one or the other. It's about, can I see them as
Mm-hmm.
a couple and them working? Yes, I can see them working.
I don't like them, but I think they'll stay together. As long as there's a liquor bottle around, they'll stay together.
I mean, they're. I think it's not. For me, it's not that I don't like them. Like I said, it's not about liking them or one or the other better. What it is, I can see the potential. And I think that's what's frustrating as the viewer because you could see how it worked, how it could work easily if they communicated. Honestly, not over a bottle.
I only like Jacob.
Jacob, like is he's okay. He just doesn't communicate the best. There's a running theme with all these couples is their communication. I mean, it's a running thing, a huge running theme of lack of communication.
I don't know. Susan, so Susan, do you think that she's been drinking these past two episodes? I think she's like tapered off of the sauce these last two episodes.
She's
She's
going
not
through
as
withdrawal.
swollen anymore. You know, last week her face cleared up a little bit. I
I
don't
think what it is with Jacob, he needs a woman like Clara, and that's just my honest opinion. I think
know.
a woman like Clara would be just fine for him.
For the show, yes. Long term, no. Oh, okay. So Trey, I think she's talking about Virginia and Eric.
Hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Trey. For the show, yeah. Long term, no. I agree with Trey. I think they're gonna stay together, but I don't think they'll make it because she won't go to therapy and he's just at work.
Right.
I kind of like Jacob. There was something about when he was filming himself on the iPhone before going in to see who did he go to see? Pastor Cal?
Yeah.
Yeah. He looked really good on like that was a magical iPhone, I thought. And then he got in and it was the TV cameras and I was just like, "Oh, he's back." But
He,
yeah, he looks nice. He cleaned up well.
yeah, he's a very good person. It's just he got matched with someone who has too many issues that she doesn't really want to admit or fix. Because if you notice with Haley, she really thinks she's right in every situation. She thinks she's right in
Mm.
every situation. Like if you see her, she's not owned up to anything.
Yeah, because she's not looking at it from somebody else's perspective or anything like that. She's just so caught up in her whirlwind of hurt from high school or whenever it was that that person did that
College.
to her. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, that's a decade ago. Come on, girl. Come on.
It's gonna be okay.
Yeah. Woo woo woo. Woo woo woo.
Are we ready to go into this last train wreck of a couple,
This is not a
or
couple. These
or
are two
a,
individual
a
segments.
situationship?
I don't even think so. I was just so insulted on so many different levels watching these two idiots. Sorry.
Like when they come on the screen, they just make you care less and less and less. Like he was super disrespectful. She was just like, I deserve better. Why would he do this to me? Why come on this show and that door's not closed? I mean, didn't Dr. Pepper tell her he's a narcissist? And she said like 3 or 4 times, and she was still asking the same stupid questions. I'm like, see, this is why I don't like you. This is why I stopped rooting for you, because Dr. Pepper then told you why he did this. He's a narcissist, but you still want to ask dumb questions. I'm going to need you to refer to answer number one and then come back to me. You've got
Give
20
me.
minutes. You've got 20 minutes. The
Mhm.
answer is always going to be C. Let's see how you do.
Tell me your impressions. You're my wigologist of her confessional wig that was trying to escape off the side of her head.
I just.
It was a struggle.
Here's the thing.
She has no friends.
Here's the thing.
The crew don't like her.
Now, I'm going to try to put this as gently as I can for the people. Ma'am, you are in Atlanta. It's not like you're in like New Hampshire where there's no beauty supply places
Or
for
Utah.
for ethnic folk. This made no sense to me. I just felt it was rude. It was unnecessary. You should do better. And there was no cause for it. Like, how are you on a TV show like with crew and stylists, and they let them let you look like that?
It was
That's
crazy. It looked like pieces were missing from it. What in the Bojangles was that?
yeah.
I just it.
Like I'm
Oof.
gonna tell you, like I've been to Atlanta one time, just once, and it was cool. And when we went the wrong way to find some of the ladies were trying to find them some hair. We went the wrong direction. I'm like, I think we're going the wrong direction because this is going to the nice area, and we wound up at like the Buckhead Mall or something. I'm like, this is not where we should be.
Mhm.
So we found a store. We just found a black chick with a weave. It was perfect. So we
Mhm.
walk in, and they're embarrassed to ask this lady like where to go. I'm like, y'all are being too extra, trying to be like all polite and or like y'all shy. I'm gonna ask her. She got a weave. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, your hair is great. My friend said they need weave. Where do we go? I think we went the wrong direction. She said, oh yeah. Where you guys staying? I was, oh, we're staying downtown Atlanta. She said, oh yeah, you went the wrong direction. I'm like, I told them that. Okay. So we
Mhm.
literally left the mall, got the MARTA, went the other way, which I said because originally we were walking towards the hood. I'm like, no, I'm like, the streets are getting dirtier. We're going the right direction. Trust me, like because it was the streets were getting dirtier, and then we saw a subway, so we were on the right track. And I told them that, but they're like, no, we're going the wrong direction. I like, you know what? It's 6 women versus one dude. I'm gonna be quiet. We'll be back.
Oh my
So
god.
we got we went back. What we got off at the right station. I'm like, this is where we get off. They're like, cool. We go off. I'm like, see, look at this. This is just like Bart. Reminds me of home. Perfect.
Oh my
So we go up
god.
the stairs. First thing we see, I want to say it was an Old Navy down the street. I'm like, okay, this is good. Then we had the
Mhm.
crackhead on the corner. Perfect. So, I found the most, reputable crackhead, and I asked him, excuse me, what are
Reputable crackhead. Oh my
yes.
god.
And they were drinking their beers. I'm like, excuse me, we're not from here, but we're just looking for like a beauty supply or a hair store. Where is that? They're like, oh, here's what you do. You're really, really close. Just go up the street, that street right there. You make a right. I'm like, perfect. Beauty supply. Telling you. And just like out here, like it's Asian owned. I'm like, I feel at home. This is perfect because you got the beauty supply, you got the rainbow, you got the donut store. You can buy lottery tickets. It was awesome. So that being said, there was no reason for Paige not to know where to go get some hair. I'm just saying, disappointing.
Yeah.
And where's her? What we haven't seen her mother or her friends since the wedding, right? No, right?
Only her brother.
Okay, because someone should have told her like, Paige, like your wig's not looking right, blah blah blah, but no one's saying nothing. Rude, like bone queek, rude.
At least she came to her therapy session with a better wig on.
Hmm.
At least it had all of its, pieces
Right,
inserted.
but I have a
I
question
don't
for you.
know.
Do you think Paige is playing this for the cameras? Like, can someone
Yeah,
really be this dumb?
she isn't. The real Paige was the one that cussed out that producer on the phone.
Okay.
Um, the real Paige is the one who wouldn't answer none of Chris' calls when he was trying to hook up on the side or whatever. This Paige, I don't know where she gets this page from. I don't know if how she has talked herself into thinking that this will work on
Hmm.
the viewing audience, but she needs to go back and revise.
Okay.
She looks like an idiot.
Yeah, I just wasn't feeling her, and it just didn't come across as authentic. She just annoyed me. If I'm calling a thing, that she just really annoyed me
Mm-hmm.
because it's a struggle with this couple. And it's been a struggle for since they got married. So, but when
Mm-hmm.
they're on the screen, it's like, dude, I gotta look at you. Like when Chris said,
But wait, let's start talking about Chris showing up 45 minutes late. How is he a businessman or want to be a businessman and can't keep an appointment?
hmm
Don't he live in the same
like,
building
but he act like he done nothing wrong.
and didn't apologize?
Didn't apologize. Oh, Susan's has a very good point. To this point, she has issues and gone so far. Might as well stay for the money. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but back to Chris. Like yes, super late, no apology, and he was determined to be right at every turn. Every turn.
Yep.
So do we want to talk about
Mm-hmm.
the car? Do we want to start the car? And
Wait,
when go
hold
ahead, go ahead.
on. Okay, so Pastor felt like they had potential. And
On paper,
Chris says she wasn't the type. Now, out of all of the queens in Atlanta, the black queens, the white queens, Latin
Mexican queen.
queens, the Asian queens, the queens, all of these queens, that's what you pick for me?
No, what he said was, if I recall correctly, you found the one. I was like, wow.
And then he was like, her physical features, her face, her face, her face. Did I say her face? He was just so rude. Oh my God.
I just really couldn't take it, to be honest. Um, I was appalled. I mean, I, how can I put? How I'm gonna put this nicely. As nice as I can. When he said like it was her face, if I were the pastor, I would have asked him like, "Well, do you have a mirror?" And that's that on that. Because I'm looking at him, I'm like, I'm 43, and I look at Chris. I'm like, you look like a good 5 or 10 years on me, and you're about 15 years younger than me. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to stop that with the physicalness, because if you were such a catch, you would have to come on this show.
And this is what I was telling Heidi and Susie. Like, if he could land something like Mercedes,
Hmm.
why was he on this show?
Right. And why did you and Mercedes break up? That's what I kind of want to know. Why didn't y'all work out?
And why did he break up the first engagement? They were too young. They weren't ready. She had
Maybe.
a face. I don't know.
But
It's
then let's go.
kind of
Do you go to the
scary.
car where he said, "Well, I invited her. I told she can come along." And he asked her. When he asked him, like, "What was she supposed to? What?"
It was like one insult after another rolling off of his tongue. And then I think Pastor asked him, "Do you think she should get an apology?" He was like, "No."
Not at all.
Really? Okay,
I
so do you think Ryan likes the second Cardi B verse on? Susan says, if I was in the room, all double hockey sticks would have broke loose. He's the ugly one. Yeah, inside and out. Inside and out. I just don't get it why he thinks that he's such a catch.
if we're being honest, he's the least attractive one on the show.
Yeah, he is.
So I want you to stop it. Paige is
It's
stunning.
okay.
She's great. I mean, I'm mad at her for going through all this, but hey, like I think what Susan said, like she's gone this far, get that check, and you'll never find a stable relationship being the way you are now. Like he doesn't care about anyone but himself. Dr. Pepper called it correct. He's a narcissist. Yeah, let that go.
Wait, do you think he'll use Paige as a realtor to buy the house for Mercedes? Just saying.
Yeah, he probably would. He is that. He is that. Like he's the type of dude. Like, you know what? We didn't work out, but we friends, right? Can I get
Only
that?
if he doesn't have to pay the 6% commission.
Hey, I can see him doing that. He's the type of person who would date a wedding planner,
Mm-hmm.
break up with her, but then hire her to so he can marry the next chick. He's that kind of dude.
Dense. Oh my God. He was just frustrating. He left like the worst taste in my mouth, period. I could not tolerate him. But you know what? What makes me tolerate this show? G saying that uh, Eric could parent her. I just can't
Too
get over the
funny.
G. I want you
Too.
to write this in every live that we do. This will get me through some rough spots. Anyone else on this Ratchet show that
No,
we missed?
I mean, I think
Okay.
with this show, I think what it is that overall,
Mm-hmm.
for me, well, you can see the potential in all the couples, and then you can just see where they're like making missteps, but they can't see it. It's just frustrating as a viewer. But then again, they're not really getting the support that they need either. So it's kind of like I blame mostly them, but I do blame the experts for not being more involved.
I think they're having problems casting
You think?
for the Boston show. I saw an article about it. I think it's Boston. No one wants to go on TV and be abused like this.
Well,
No
why do you
one.
think? Why do you think MAFS Australia works so well?
Um, because it moves very quickly. It is very addictive. And I think they know that they are recruiting former strippers,
Mm.
um, former probably escorts, models,
Yes,
you
Debbie,
know,
models.
yeah, models. I think you know what you're getting. You're
Hmm.
in it for the mess. It's a clown show. Um, and there's no harm, no foul. They all do it, you know, but this they try to portray this as some great experiment and that they really matching these people and there is true love. Let's call a spade a spade.
Okay.
Australia's MAFS does not have a very good record of people staying together or actually getting married. I think Jules and Cam are the only ones who have ever actually gotten legally married.
That's a fair point as well.
So we
I'll
all
give you that.
know the circus that we getting with them. That is a comedy, and we are here for it. This is trying to pretend like this is some great social experiment, and they are really succeeding at these things. And what I think the veneer has come off of that with Chris and Paige. And I wonder
Mhm.
how many of these couples who have stayed together out of a genuine love for their partner. Or was it that they stayed together to
Mhm.
get social media credit or boosts or whatever it is that you get on
You know what?
social media?
Also,
I
what it
don't
is, Debbie. I think you're absolutely right on this point, and also, I really think having more couples helps.
know.
Having that interaction and the different dynamics really does help the show. And I love the experts on Australia. Like they don't miss a thing.
Nope. And they call you out on it. They
And I
call you.
like the fact that they just don't play. I think that's why I watch them. Like when I get ready to watch Mass Australia, I'm excited. When I hear US, I'm like, no.
Oh, Australia's. Am I
I think
recording it? No, I'm not.
I
Jesus.
think for me, this show right here, the US version. I think this is
Mhm.
one of those shows I can not watch next year and be completely okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't think
not that great.
I don't think I'll miss anything.
No, no, they have to revamp this show. They cannot continue going 5 flicking weeks before an expert comes to talk to them in a really serious way. Because what Viviana did a couple of weeks ago, to me, that wasn't enough. It really wasn't. They
Mm-mm.
need to talk to these people every week. You making us suffer through 2 flicking hours of this drivel. Bring in a damn expert. Let them earn their check.
Do you think that if this show were an hour, we could get through it easier?
No, no.
No, no
Because
hope.
it's all like bullshit compacted into an hour or spread over 2 hours is still the same bullshit.
Mm.
You basically are telling me you're not vetting people. You're slapping people together who you think will get ratings, and then you're not stepping in and counseling them because they are two strangers that have gotten married. You're not counseling them. You're not helping them along the way, and then you're stepping in, you know, to preach God Almighty to them, you know, when it's too late. And then you expect success? No, you're setting these people up for failure.
Mhm. I got you. Totally
Hmm.
got you. Yeah, I agree with Trey.
Mm-hmm.
Australia has the format down. Use that, steal it, and move on.
And even if they veered away from like trying to match these people for a series, like in Australia, there's no covering it up. Yeah, this is the great experiment or the what is it, the process or whatever they keep on
The
calling it.
process
Yeah, but we all know that they're there to get clicks and thumbs ups and likes or whatever.
and followers. Don't get the followers. It's very important.
Yes. So I mean, at least they're honest about what they're doing. I don't think the American show is very honest. I just don't. I think they're lying to us, and what if, right, Paige, what if Paige actually had a mental breakdown from this? I'm just saying, what if? So are you as the production company and you as the experts comfortable with the way how you're handling this show and the format of this show? That's all I'm saying.
No, that's a very, very fair question, because what you've given us is not much. If anything at all, if we're being completely honest. So you gotta do better.
Yeah, I agree.
You just gotta do better. They have the ability to do better. I think that's the frustrating part for me. Is like, you guys have the ability to do better, and you should do better.
All right. So, any closing comments on this stupid show?
I think we're good. I think everyone's just waiting for the show to slowly go away. If we're being completely honest, no one wants the show on the books anymore. It's not doing anything. It's boring.
When is Rodman coming back?
I don't know.
I missed him so much last night.
That show is just good because it's a mess, and we enjoy them, and they're likable. I think that's the biggest thing. They're so likable, and they give you something to root for. Whereas on the US, you just don't like anybody, like literally nobody.
I like Jacob, and she likes.
Couple wise, as a couple.
Oh,
it's hard to root for them.
Yes, I'll agree with that. Okay, guys, this was Married at First Sight, season 12, episode 13, Unanswered Questions. And at this point, we don't care whether the questions get answered or not. Guys, tell us what you think. Did you watch the episode? What did you think about any of these couples? Leave us some comments below. We do read them, and we do respond. Let me go back here. Please hit that subscribe button, and hold on. We've got a last minute guest. Hello, my dear.
Hi.
What's going on?
So, I don't know why y'all still watching this. Like, I'm really confused. Because I was like, this is how bored I was. I was watching it, and I was so bored. I was like, decided to read a book because I was just so bored with the conversation. Like, they had Virginia and Eric, and I was just not. I mean, she was crying again. I don't even know why she was crying. I just saw the tears and just put it on mute.
What about Jacob and Haley?
That's another one. Listen, his DMs are going to be popping. I'm sure he's getting 100 women a night.
And he could wear all of those shirts that Haley bought him.
Right.
Exactly. She's just making him great for the next woman. Another one I wanted to discuss, like I put in the comment section. Do you think that Ryan likes the second verse in Cardi B's WAP?
Can you tell me what the second verse is?
I want to gag. I want to choke. I want you to sling that thing in the back of my throat.
Bobby.
Ooh, I love it. Yeah.
Like, listen, y'all keep saying he's straight. When we gonna get on?
I didn't say that all the way. I just said I lean to one side more than the other one.
What's the problem now? Because I thought he done got the fairy tale now. I thought the trees and the shrubs and the squirrels and the little Disney chorus was going on for him now. So what's the problem?
Well, I'm going to lean to your side now on that one.
I thought she said, this is what I can't get about her. Now you know she's suffering. She gonna tell us she's in love with a man that don't like her. What is that?
That's confusing.
Yeah.
When did she get in love? She been screaming and crying and telling us that she want to gag, she want to choke.
Right.
Well, no, she don't just want to gag and choke. She want to sit on it. You know, she want to.
Right.
Woo!
Yep. She want to
She want
be.
to go
She
all
want to
around the
ride it
world.
all day, all night.
But now she's in love. And what is going on with Paige? I saw Paige on it. I saw Paige. Let me tell you what happened, because it was mute and I still wasn't interested. I saw Paige, then I saw the ex-fiance come up.
Oh my god.
Oh, he said, so basically what it was is that they talked about how Chris wanted to buy the ex a car, and Chris was like, I don't understand what the problem is, and then he was like, well, I told her she can come with us and buy the car.
Is Chris still on the show though?
They're not together.
Barely.
Chris has an apartment. Paige has an apartment.
But is he still smashing?
No. She stopped taking his calls.
Right.
Again, that's two different things.
I don't think so.
I don't think.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay. And then for the last one, the one that really killed me was Brianna and Vince. I'm gonna need sis to stop it. I'm gonna need sis to all the way stop it. This is when I turned the volume on. She said, I'm scared to give birth because I got high blood pressure. Sis, you got to stop that. Do you know how many people who have high blood pressure have children all the time? I was just like, I can't believe she even told some foolishness like this. To get me to believe it? And also, 100,000 in Atlanta is like 200,000 in a major city.
Mm-hmm.
So she living good.
She is, but that budget, nine plus thousand a month in expenses. So what now? In Atlanta?
Well, how can she afford nine? Is she making a 100,000 gross, or is she making 100,000? Like, is she making 100,000 after taxes or before?
But this is them. I would have to assume
after.
Right, but listen, Atlanta is a state where there's a lower cost of living overall. But when you have lower cost of living, you also have a lower pay scale. I believe that that's gross, and it might even include our friend Champagne Vinny.
Nah, it can't. No. Now you get too crazy.
It might, because a small part of it might be his, and here's why. You know, he's just started his business.
And what is this business? I've never heard of.
Car broker. So he buys and sells cars, and I guess he got to drop them off. Like he's like, what's the website? Cargo. No, not CarMax, because that's a physical structure. What is it? Carvo or something like that? Carvana. Like you buy that shit online and then they drop it off to you.
And so how much money does he make over every car he sells?
Probably not much, because he just started. She said that he just started in April. He's not making any money. He's probably still running in the red.
VMR Enterprises.
I don't understand how's that a career and not a hobby again. He can have a full-time job and still do that as a hobby. Wait. No. Woo, I got something to talk about tomorrow. You just said to me that Vinny's job is click. Ooh, I found a junker. Let me put it online. Click. Let me sell it. And that's what he does all day. Yeah. And he took out his what did he do beforehand?
I think he's a car salesman.
Yeah.
Hey, so then that's sales. It's not bad money, but it's not.
He's got to develop a pipeline of sales.
That's
what he has to do.
Car maintenance? That's even worse.
What?
He said car maintenance. He didn't say that's even worse. So he owns a junk shop.
That's not what Champagne Vinny said on the show. He said he was a luxury car broker.
I'm on his website right now.
Well, he can't afford to get no fatter because then he won't be able to fit under the car.
Well, listen, the luxury car market, it can be, listen, I see a plantation and an MLM in the future. I don't think he's a good match for her. I really don't. Because he's an engineer and you're going to give her somebody who just started a business. Like, how can you be talking about having a baby when you have a business?
There's a link, guys, so you can check it out and give me your thoughts. Because the way it lays out, it looks like they pick up your car, take it to the shop, and bring it back to you.
But you could do that all yourself.
Okay, let me go and see. Let me see this website. VR Enterprise.
Be nice to the website, please.
No, this website is atrocious. This look like something I made on my college campus when I was taking, what was it, IST 101?
Oh my God.
I said be nice.
No, not IST. It was called IST 250, and it was web design. And you would use what's the link? What is the link that you use? What is one of those links that you use to make a website? Wix. And you use Wix. And you know, try to get it to match everything, and you just do it real simple because you didn't know how to Photoshop like that.
This the website?
Yeah.
So what now?
Mm-hmm.
1, get in touch. We collect, and you drive away. I'm not understand. So, is this a taxi business?
I don't know. I can only tell you what the little website shows. I put in what is Vincent's business. Married at First Sight. It says VMR Enterprises USA. According to Instagram, Vincent runs his own automobile business called VMR Enterprises.
He would have been better if he just did 3D printing and printed car parts. What is this? Okay, let's contact.
It kind of looks like Costco.
Are you sure that you can actually do this? Anybody in the Atlanta area want to try this out? Because what I don't understand about it is you have to do like an interest I'm interested in, and they don't have no time slot for when you can schedule this. So are you sure this is a running business?
I mean, the article is from this year, and then that's the website that came up. So I gotta go with it. This is what he does. This is his business.
But again, he could be the car salesman 9 to 5, and then at 6 o'clock do his little, hobby.
Oh, he's on LinkedIn, so he owns it. He's the president of auto sales, according to his LinkedIn profile.
Is that all he does? He left the dealership?
That's what it's looking like right now.
Oh, girl, you in trouble. Girl, you in trouble. Get the divorce.
Yes, he's CEO. He's CEO at VMR Enterprises. That's the only job listed.
Girl, you in trouble. And then this is the thing, because she's a mechanical engineer, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So she knows more about cars than he does.
Oh, Jesus.
She does.
I thought she was on a why did I think she was on like construction sites? That kind of like engineer.
Debbie,
like a civil?
Comment?
Who?
A civil engineer.
It's a 2020 site. Yeah, he started it last year, last April. She said that.
Wait. How he starting a car business during the pandemic?
I mean, you can do whatever you want.
No, but listen. What for my entrepreneurship classes, they always say when you start a business, timing is correct. A real big reason why Uber was successful is because at the time getting a car was too expensive, so people did Uber. So even though they live in Georgia and they wasn't shut down that long, what do I look like in April starting a business when the pandemic was what, March 15th?
Right. Hey, he's Champagne Vinny. Hey, he's doing his thing.
Maybe he's thinking that this job would. Listen, I don't want to like be messy and say like don't start a business, but when you start a business, you got to come correct.
True.
Yeah.
And it's about timing. And I'm pretty sure she's a civil engineer. Javal, do you know if she's a civil engineer?
I thought she's a mechanical engineer, Brianna. Let's see. She currently works as an information assurance engineer for Octo Consulting Group.
Oh.
So is that like a project manager?
Oh, she's a program support technician with the Virginia Department of DMV before that. Interesting. I don't know.
So what is her degree in?
Let's see. Let's see what she does. Oh, I think you're right. Whoever said she has a degree in civil engineering.
Yeah, so she's a civil engineer. So that's totally different. That's building bridges and tunnels.
Ooh.
That's building bridges and tunnels and working for the city. So that starts about 60. But seeing, what is she, 29?
28, yeah.
29, 28. So she could be making like 110, 120. So that's like 98 to 100.
But that's gross, right?
She can do 120 after.
But is that northeast or southeast?
Well, it's not like that with civil. Civil is one of those professions where there are so many people who are at retirement age that once you get into it, you're bound to make good money wherever you are. And civil engineers can do better in the South simply because the infrastructure is not there.
Gotcha.
Like, say, for example, this infrastructure thing that Biden's supposed to pass. Civil engineers are about to make a ton of money.
Yeah.
With the building of roads and planning of it.
And now, repairing all the bridges and stuff like that. Yeah, I got you.
You can make money in the North, but from my friends that do it, I don't know anybody who makes under 100,000 that does that.
Gotcha.
Even just getting into it.
Well, she's not just getting into it. Just getting into it was be 60. So she graduated 7 years ago.
Okay. I don't know.
60 and 60 is working for the government. It's like 80 when you work for a private, because you want to do private contracting when you're a civil engineer. That's where the money is.
G going in on the little website.
That's because G wants to get over the fact that that G want to get parented by Eric.
Eric is another one. How much do you think Eric makes? I think he's making like 80 to 90,000, right?
He's doing well.
But then too, he is Army as well, right?
Right.
Because he's
military and commercial. Yeah.
So he might be 200,000.
Correct.
He probably has like he's the captain whenever he does his piloting stuff like that. I think.
And what does Virginia do?
We don't know.
An account coordinator.
Oh.
Okay. Account coordinator, something like that. I took it as an admin. I'm just downgrading everybody.
Because I know Clara is a flight attendant.
Yes.
What is Ryan again? He has his own business, right?
I thought Ryan
He's a project manager.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he's a project manager. So that a lot of engineers do that too, project managing.
That makes sense though.
A lot of engineers do that. So because he has that house. And how much you think that house is? I'm thinking that's 150. What about you?
I thought it was at 175.
Nah, I thought it was like 125 to 150.
Yeah, I thought so too, because I'm thinking the area is better.
But you know whose house I thought could catch a pretty decent price. Jacob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he did a lot of improvements to it. And even though it has some quirkiness to it, it can all be stripped. And that would be an amazing house because it has a lot of amenities built in.
But how much you think he got that house for? I think he's got it for like 75.
He bought it real cheap. And then he did everything to it.
Yeah, I think that was a nice house. Also, remember, Haley has her little townhouse.
Yes.
Yes.
Listen, that's one thing. From when I was living in another state, these contractors and these townhouses is not for me. I went to one townhouse. Why is the kitchen in the basement and the bedroom? You got to walk up 2 flights to the bedroom. I said, what kind of planning is this?
Kitchen in the basement? You serious?
Yeah.
On purpose?
It's like the driveway, and then on the basement floor there was the kitchen. And it had a living room and a guest bathroom. And then the living room was upstairs and a family room. And then on the 3rd floor was the bedrooms. I'm going,
wow.
Who planned this?
I've seen some townhouses that are a bit out west from me that was like that. You would drive into the garage and on the ground floor was just the kitchen and a small family room. Then you go upstairs, there was a living room. Then you go upstairs and there were bedrooms. And I was just like, old people can't buy this. What? I can't even buy this. Who's climbing all of those stairs?
But yeah, Haley, because remember, her big thing was that she owns her own house. What does she do again?
She's an account something.
I thought she was an account manager or something.
Yeah, but she flies everywhere. She's like a road warrior. So she has to be getting some good money.
So she's like a consultant.
Probably. But no, consultants, like, I think she works for a company.
But you can work for a company being a consultant.
She's an account executive.
I think
account executive.
Mm-hmm.
So like
that could be anything. That's such a generic title.
Yeah. That can be, what is that? I remember I had that title one time and basically I was saying, hello, how are you?
It looks like she was making $150K a year as a finance broker before she walked away to film MAFS.
An account broker. Okay.
A finance broker, yeah.
A finance broker, but isn't that what Paige does? Isn't Paige
No, Paige is I think Paige is a CPA.
She's an accountant and a realtor, yeah.
And a realtor. But this is the thing about people. Why would she leave a $150,000 job when we know she wasn't going to be a star after this show?
Who? Haley?
Mm-hmm.
Did she leave it though?
Yeah. That's why Colt and all them were crying. I'm sure Brianna, because once you do reality television, you can't keep your job.
Then maybe she is a consultant and just working independently.
Like, I'm sure like the pilot, that's fine. But like when you work for a private entity, no, they don't want you cutting up in the streets and then being part of their team and people calling you, I don't want to do an account with this person because she said on the television screen. That's a PR nightmare.
But she really didn't have enough personality to be tearing up. I mean, the worst she did was admit that she had drunk sex.
But you know how people feel about it. You don't know if they're a Christian company. You don't know. You know, it's interesting because she was the one, because Jacob is in IT.
Yeah.
And that's not really one of those things. But like, yeah, but a lot of people, they like leave their job to film for like $10K. And it's like, that's not even going to last you 2 months.
That's very true. I don't know. I just thought they would take like a leave of absence from their job or something like that. I could not imagine quitting my job to go and do these stupid shows. It makes no sense. Like, not if you have
Well,
like a
like
real job.
some people I can. Like, I can see Clara giving up being an airline stewardess, you know? Like, when you work certain jobs, yeah. If
That
you
makes
work in
sense.
sales, yeah, because
But
once you
she's
know how to
still
sell.
working though. She's still working.
Who?
Because Clara, she's doing flights.
Yeah, but see, I don't think it would be as structured. I think like a flight attendant is fine. I think I'm curious to why she stepped down. Maybe her job asked her to.
Well, no, they were filming during the. Oh no, they didn't go on furlough until October. Never mind. But I'm surprised that the military allowed Eric to do this show, and then on top of that, he didn't. What came out with him didn't look that great. Like,
It is
honestly,
the military.
it just didn't look great. And then if he's also a commercial pilot, like I said, I want to know what commercial airline he is flying. I will never board it.
Okay, well let's ask. Do you have?
Okay, let me back up. So
Mhm.
I think I read the wrong Haley off of MAFS. So I went back and just did research. So this is like it said, according to Screen Rant, Haley earns an estimated $88,000 a year. It has a net worth of about $750.
Oh, doing what?
Doing what?
Let me go back. Let's see. Let me go back. All right, Haley.
And you know, I can see that because she, with all the traveling she doesn't really have any expenses at home other than a car note and a house note. That's
Yeah,
about
but if
it.
she's making 88 a year, that after taxes is like 55.
She's in sales.
Yeah, see, that
She's
makes
in
sense.
sales.
If
She's in
she's
sales.
in sales, she's getting commission.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's she do? She looks like pharmaceutical.
It just says sales. It just says sales rep job. Let's see.
It might not be pharmaceutical because pharmaceutical, you wouldn't travel the way she does. If you did travel, like you would be local. You wouldn't be flying everywhere. Like they have their little territories.
But isn't that what Quad did on Married to Medicine before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because she was making good coin doing. But I'm just saying, like, as a coinage, because that's also with the one from OC, Megan,
the one that was married to the baseball player.
Yeah, she was a pharmaceutical rep as well. Yeah, because she told us she made $300,000 a year before she married him.
They do make good money. They really do. If that company comes out with a good drug, or not even the drugs, but also the therapeutics, the devices, the medical devices, you can make some really good coin.
I don't know what she would sell. I'd be interested in knowing because she has such a dull personality with Jacob, but she's lively with everybody else. So it'd be interesting to see what she sold. And why she can't sell us this marriage. You know, I'm just saying, like, because remember, everybody who does reality television has a background in acting.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
Everybody, when you look at them, they've even had an acting coach or they did acting in college. Everybody did some sort of acting who's on reality television.
Even Haley?
Yeah.
He's probably in the drama club in high school or something.
Absolutely. Because they pick actors in these shows. You know, they like scripted. You really think they only get $10,000? You don't think they get a back-end deal or something? Because I can't see you doing all this for $10,000.
No, I think they get 10 grand for the initial show. And then they get to go on the 8 o'clock or the 7 o'clock show. You know what it is with the girl from the first season of MAFS. and they do that, and they do the promotions, and now they have Married at First Sight sitting out on the lawn. All the old couples are getting together and talking about they having their babies and all that jazz. They milk it. They string you along
Couples
and they pay them. Couples camp. That's it.
Okay, like for instance, all money ain't the same, right? Like you could see the Kardashians are getting a good check. You could see the Housewives of Atlanta were getting a good check. But the TLC, and if it's not Bravo, if it's not NBC, I don't know why people do reality television, because nobody else is cutting the check to act a fool like they do.
True.
Like y'all not buying mansions. You know, it's a shame when the Vanderpump Rules kids are doing better than 90% of the other reality shows. Like Love After Lockup and Mona Scott Young giving them McDonald's Happy Meals as money need to do something. How you on reality television for a decade and you don't got no house, no car, no nothing?
So, real quick question, because we're coming up to an hour and a half. I have a question for you. What is your thought about Latoya Ali making $1,000 per episode?
No.
I was so embarrassed for her. I was so embarrassed. That's 20,000, right? Because it's about to be 20 episodes. I was so embarrassed. But they said that your first season you get $1,000 an episode. But she doesn't care because she makes most of her money on YouTube. She likes this for the exposure. She likes doing this for, you know, the clicks, the views. She likes doing this because she wants to be in the blogs and she wants this to boost her channel.
Yeah, but would you go? Well, quick question: Would you go through all this for a G an episode though?
You know what? It really depends. I would if I listen. The only way I would do reality television if I have a product that I desperately want to sell. I'm only doing a Bethany Frankel. If I don't have something like, ooh, I can sell this, I'm staying my black tail right on my couch saying, go with the next person.
But did this benefit her? I heard whispers that it backfired. And she actually lost subscribers.
Hold on, let's go see. Give me 2 seconds.
Hold on, let me see. I don't know how she makes her money. I don't know, like what are her businesses?
YouTube.
We just know about YouTube.
But is she part of something else?
I hope so, because she's not making no money on YouTube.
Let me see.
Latoya. She's not really making money on YouTube because she doesn't have the subscribers or the views.
She has 1.45 million.
But yeah, but she's only projected to make about 25K for the year.
No, she'll make when you make 100,000, they say that's a 2K check.
That's not true.
Well, I mean, I saw Funky Dineva. He was putting a what did he put on it? $40,000 check for a month.
Right, but you have to look at his. You're not paid on your subscribers. You're paid on your views. So Funky gets paid because Funky gets the views.
But so does she.
The ad revenue.
No, she doesn't. She does not get the views. Go to socialblade.com and look at her channel. She does not get the views for her subscriber count.
Not for her subscriber count, but again, you don't know what deals she has, right? With 1.45.
She would need sponsorships to make money on YouTube.
Yeah,
based on her views.
Well, no, you can sell your analytics. That's a great way to make money.
Sell your analytics. Explain.
Yeah, that's how Facebook makes money. Sell your analytics. That's how you can make money.
But she can't sell her analytics because she doesn't own. YouTube will have to sell her analytics. So she can't outright sell her analytics because she doesn't have access to all of her analytics. So that's not how it works. So unless she has like sponsorships, like David Dobrik had, like huge ones, she's not making no money on YouTube. Because like when you are a $1.45 million channel and your average view count is 17,000 per day, you're not making no money.
Right, because what is she making a day? If 17,000, what is she making? Like a couple hundred? 30, 40,000?
No, a day she's making between $4 and $69.
Huh?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Wait,
People
what?
think so. Go to Social Blade. She's making, according to them, she's not getting the views for her subscriber count, which is why people, when you focus on subscriber count, go ahead and do that. But if your people aren't watching your channel, you make no money. It's insane.
But that means that nobody wants to advertise on her channel.
If she makes 1.45, right? What I mean in selling your analytics, they say you get about what, 1%? You can get 1% of people to buy your things. So even if her channel is dead, what does that leave her with? Like 100 and something that 14,000. If she can get them to pay $10 a month, she's gold.
Debbie, look it up real quick. You'll see what I'm talking about.
But unless she has we don't know if she's getting her money with
sponsorships. It has to be
sponsorships in other countries. Sponsorships in other countries.
Shut up.
Listen.
Shut up.
Listen. Sponsorships in countries.
Stop.
Where
stop it.
You can't wear modest clothing.
Stop it.
I'm talking about that. That's selling those analytics. See, he wasn't getting it.
When you said sponsorships in other countries, like, okay, I got you.
No, I was saying selling the analytics.
So stupid. I can't stand you sometimes. Oh, but yeah, she's for a G an episode, and people don't like you. It's a hard road to go. That's all.
Let me see. Let's see how much money she has. Net worth. She's worth $1 million. What did she do beforehand? Was she like a beauty one? Why was she on YouTube?
Lifestyle.
Oh, she's buying and selling. She's buying subs, and YouTube is catching her. Oopsies.
But maybe. Ooh, I don't know what she's doing. So she was a lifestyle blog. Okay. But I think she's selling the analytics. That's what we're going to call it now.
I can't stand you.
Yeah, I was like, why is he not getting this?
The analytics. I'm like, okay. Too funny.
Well, guys, I will see you later. I got to go backwards in the Married at First Sight. Have you been watching the season 8 one?
Debbie has. I haven't.
Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about it later. But I'm a little confused with one couple and why the man is so invested in a couple he's not in with. I'm a little confused.
Jake and Beck?
No, he's like his friend. He's like so into their relationship and it's like, yeah.
Wait, which one? Bruce? Not Bruce. Sorry.
There's one couple where they said the guy is cheating and that
Bryce.
he has a girlfriend.
Bryce and Melissa. Yeah.
Okay.
And it is true. Mm-hmm.
Then there was a girl who says he's acting like an a-hole and you should tell him. And this man is so upset with her and is having a full man.
Oh, tantrum. Jason and Alyssa, I think her name. Little slut pot. Yeah. Jason is the one that's bros with Bryce for some reason. Bryce
are they bros?
Does have a woman on the outside,
or are they?
It feels like that to me. It feels like bros to me. That whole season is just a mess. And I think Melissa's one of the dumbest, most insecure women I've ever seen on reality TV. Bryce is a really good villain. Jason is a dumb turd. Jake is another dumb turd because Beck never wanted to be with him from jump. And I wouldn't either because he got some little small chiclet teeth that are very uneven that I couldn't get down for.
All right, Jamal, I'm gonna go because I know you're ready to go. But
y'all done so well. Hour and a half is my limit.
All right. That was our Married at First Sight recap and derailment. Guys, leave your comments below. G, I love you. Please come back. Hit the thumbs up, subscriber button, notification bell, tell a friend, so that they could come and join all of the fun. Jamal, any final words?
No, we are good to go.
All right. So until next time. Bye.
Bye.